feeling on the ground in Ohio.
Welcome to the stage to sing the national anthem.
Well, I can tell you, certainly a lot of energy, like you might expect at some of these Trump rallies. He is T-minus 3 hours away, Nicole, from actually taking the stage right now. And it does say a lot that he came here to Ohio, stumping for JD Vance, one day, crucially, before Election Day. This is an important race, and certainly that's what we're seeing from both sides. There is a small polling lead for JD Vance, but both campaigns tell me they feel good where they are right now. Before Republican voters go to the polls in Ohio, they'll get one final push from former President Donald Trump. One more rally in the Buckeye State for U.S. Senate candidate JD Vance. The Republican and political newcomer has the edge in polls, but it's still a close race. Rallygoers tell Newsnation they think Trump can push their voters to the polls.
Well, I think his backing is going to be critical in the race. I think just being here shows a lot of support for him.
Many Trump-Vance supporters told us they'd rather hear both talk about future policies tonight rather than focus on the 2020 election.
But I think it's time to move on and talk about what he's going to do to fix America.
Vance himself is running as a businessman, political outsider, who says Democratic opponent Tim Ryan claims to be moderate but is beholden to his party.
Now, Tim Ryan, of course, has supported all of these policies 100% of the time. And this really is the contrast on these economic issues between Tim Ryan and myself.
How do you respond when he brings that up?
It's been very frustrating campaign for JD because he wants people to think I'm somebody that I'm not. I have taken on my own party. I ran against Nancy Pelosi.
Ryan tells us he's run his campaign on Ohio issues, working, he says, to get money into Ohioans' pockets by pushing for a tax cut. And Ryan says recent polls showing him behind don't scare him.
These polls are garbage, really. I mean, we have been on the ground, and I'm telling you, like, we have a significant number of Republicans that are voting for us.
And certainly we're going to see whether that is in fact true tomorrow. You're catching us during the end of the national anthem here. I should say voters on both sides of these campaigns have told us that there are a couple things they have in common. They want to see their candidates try to address inflation, bring jobs back to Ohio, and certainly they want to see government work better for them than it is right now. Nicole.
All right, Joe. And there's, according to our partners at The Hill, there are reports that the former president could potentially be announcing his future presidential run tonight.
Yeah, we are seeing some prominent allies of the former president, too, in Congress, posting about that on Twitter, that may happen. What I can tell you is Donald Trump is a very unpredictable figure. In previous rallies, he has sort of hinted at it, but hasn't actually said it. What I can also tell you is that every single person we talked to here today, in terms of voters, said they want to hear that. So we are going to have to wait and see if that actually comes or if it's another hinting at it and then leading to potentially a bigger announcement later on. We're going to be listening for it, Nicole.
Oh, yeah, a lot of people will certainly be listening. Okay, Joe, thank you.